There's some good news today. Our man, my guy, Biggie's right back in here today.
Yeah.
All right, clap it up. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Yeah. We missed you so much yesterday, I can't even tell you.
It was an unplanned absence, obviously.
No.
Obviously.
You know, it's my fault. The last thing I said to you 48 hours ago was day 26 in a row.
26.
Tomorrow.
That's the curse.
I've never put the number on it a day before until 2 days ago. As you left, you had completed a 25-day streak without absence, and I said, day 26 tomorrow. And you said, let's not get ahead of ourselves, Chief. And look what happened the next day. We had to go back down.
That very moment, the fluid began pooling in Biggie's body.
Actually was, I believe.
That's right.
The instant you said the number 26.
Big, I feel a tingle.
What's happening?
I feel a tingle. There's a fluid buildup. He texted us yesterday and said, I'm out. Fluid. What can you do? BB Shea came in, admirably filled in his own. You know what you don't know is today, 4:15 a.m., my pocket buzzed. I had my phone in my back pocket. This happened, 2 days ago. I was driving into work, phone in back pocket like a teenage girl.
Mm-hmm.
Got the buzz. I said, uh-oh, this can only be a catastrophe at the house, but more likely Biggie. Because I had just left the house 5 minutes earlier. More likely Biggie's not going to come in. And sure enough, Chris Demm told me when I got here, the dream has ended. Well, this morning at 4:15, it turned out to be Imaginary James. He's looking to drill.
What?
My God.
That's right.
Now, Biggie, I believe, has signed on to this theory. He may have come up with it, that Imaginary James does not exist and is, in fact, simply just another facet of your personality, Kelly. Because no psychotic would be up at 4 in the morning thinking pickleball.
That's what I do.
Except one.
That's what I do. This is how he got his name, Imaginary James. He may not be real.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to play pickleball today? I do.
I mean,
me talking to me.
There's very few people who aren't doing something criminal up at the time we get up.
That's true.
I mean, really. No one I know who's normal is up when we're up.
God, I saw a car this morning. I was like, what's in my neighborhood? I was like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
I was immediately
Let
concerned.
me tell you what I've realized, because I have a bit more of a drive now. Those random cars that you see driving through neighborhoods, you know what they are? Amazon delivery drivers.
Oh, yeah, in the middle of the night.
That's true.
Because
They're out.
Amazon now offers that, next day delivery between 4 a.m. and 8 a.m.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I'll get behind somebody on the road and I'll be like, what are you doing? Why are you driving so slow? Well, they're looking for the next place they have to turn into to deliver something that early.
It's a good point, Biggie.
Overnight. That's right. I mean,
A day off brings clarity.
look at that. I'll tell you what, too. Let me say this about BB Shea now. He was on fire yesterday. You got him up in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
He came in here. He'd watched football, and he was like
was bleary.
unshowered, bleary-eyed, and he just was saying stuff. Boom, boom, boom. And
Sometimes that's when you're at your best, when you're just unhinged.
he was unhinged yesterday, for sure. He came out of the room scared the bejesus out of Chris Demm.
Thought it was an apparition.
He didn't know. He didn't know. He's like, what?
So, Biggie, what's your health story? What's your update?
I'm less fluidy. I just didn't want to miss another day. I mean, I saw both sides of your personalities last night in a text exchange where I said, I got to come in. I don't have a choice. I don't know if I should. Chris Demm, don't be a hero. Chris Kelly, good man.
I'll see you at the usual time then.
Yeah.
Drag your bloated, bleary body in here.
It's all, my body is just a mystery to me anymore.
And again, I guess I owe you an apology too. I'll say it in public. I said it in private, but you have so many ailments. I think I confuse them in my head.
Yeah.
I wished you luck with something that wasn't even nearly related to what
Not
you
this
was.
time.
Yeah, it was good luck dragging your dead knee in here. I said, not this time. This is
That's
fluid.
right.
Bloated
It's
body.
not the knee.
Yeah.
It's the bloated body.
Bloated, fluidy body.
Yeah.
So is this, Biggie, what prevented you a month ago from putting your shoes on?
Yes. It wasn't quite, I don't think it was quite to that level. Definitely had swelling like in my side, which was odd. All this goes back to my bad heart. Bad heart, it doesn't pump. Right. So, I'll talk to him. Ironically, I see the heart doctor next week.
Well, it's probably a good thing then.
Yeah, I'll bring it up that I've been having these, and sometimes, I always feel a little off, but I feel off all the time. But sometimes it'll, like the day before I did feel a little off. But I don't know, like I'll go to bed and I'll feel okay, and I'll wake up, and it's just a whole different story.
Did you, Biggie, in your absence, did you consult with a medical professional? Did you tell a doc?
No, because
You
I have-
self-diagnosed.
Yeah, well, I mean, I know what it is when you wake up. I mean, when I retain fluid, it's not just like, oh, you know, it's just I feel a little something. It's like I can tell from my legs to my stomach, and I'm like, all right, this is bad. So immediately I get up and judge how bad it could be. And then I just know at that point it's a day of taking what's called Lasix, which is water pills that just make me
Use the bathroom all the time.
all the time. And I just took a double dose in the morning, took a double dose in the evening. I didn't, you know, was up later because it just keeps on going.
Is that safe to double down
Yeah,
on
that's
Lasix?
what the doctor. That's what the doctor said to do. I mean, that was from them.
Here's a
That
fun
was like,
factoid.
you know, go ahead, do this. That'll help.
This is just a footnote. It doesn't even have anything to do with Biggie. But Lasix, I think, has been banned from the horse racing world decades ago.
Yeah, that's right.
It is
Because trainers were giving horses Lasix
Well, that's right.
for race day.
Yeah,
Oh, they
So they'd shed weight.
Is that where the piss like a racehorse
probably.
term?
Yeah.
I'm sure it's all connected.
I've got to pee like a Russian
Yeah.
racehorse. My boss at Henry James Barbecue used to say to me, we'd be busy on the line on a Friday night. He goes, "This better hurry up, men, because I got to piss like a Russian racehorse."
I've never heard the Russian variant, but I
No,
mean,
yeah.
for years I've heard I got to go see a man about a horse, and I don't even understand where that came from.
Well, that I've always,
Oh yeah.
I've heard that's defecation. Is I got to see a man about a horse means I got to go do number two. Like a
I always
two.
heard it was one.
Well, maybe so.
My interpretation was always one-y.
But you know, my interpretation was Tuesday. But if he said Russian racehorse, I get the feeling that's a cheating racehorse. You know, that's an old Russian over here.
Okay.
Is a
Oh, I see.
cheater. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
at that time especially, we didn't like the Russians, and we still don't. And it's like, oh, look at this. I got to pee like a Russian.
Yeah.
That's from Lasix, banned by the horse racing industry.
Welcome in Biggie's
Yeah.
body.
Good news for you.
Yeah.
You can do what Secretariat can't.
That's hot. Plenty of Lasix to go around for you. The horses don't need them anymore.
No.
More for you.
I have to apologize too. Here we spent the first 5 minutes of me droning on about imaginary James. I didn't even ask you about your condition. Chris Demm had.
I noticed.
And then yesterday,
You were already in show mode.
I
As
was.
long
I
as,
was in
as long as
mode.
I'm here, you're fine.
Same thing yesterday. You know, about like this was like 15 minutes left in the show, and BB Shea said, "How's to Chris Demm? How's your eye?" And I was like, "Oh my God, I forgot all about that.
Yep.
The eye, you know, he's been struggling with it."
One of the cashiers at the my grocery store, Charlotte, she always asks me about my eye.
I don't.
That's how hardcore P1 she is.
I never.
Yeah.
I don't.
I see her on Senior Citizen Day. I see you every day.
Maybe the recent poster on a comment on Facebook was right that I am one of the worst 10 people to ever walk the face of the earth.
I mean, there's Phillies Karen, Pol Pot.
Yeah.
I defended Philly's Garrett. I did
Yeah.
not defend Pol Pot.
I wouldn't.
For the record, that's
For
accurate.
the record, that's right. That's right. I did.
You know, I tell people now, you are who you are.
That's right. There's a
You don't mean to be. You're not a mean-spirited person. You don't mean to be uncaring. He just is who he is.
You don't think there's any sort of foxhole transformation in in Kelly's future?
No. At your age, you are who you are.
yeah.
Yeah, you did have a brush with death in your now dead Acura and walked away and said, "I'm not changing a thing."
That's right. I did.
That's what I mean. That's what he is. Who he is. Yeah.
Most people think, go through something that
Yeah.
traumatic and think, "I got to make
I
changes."
did not know. I said I'm not. I won't
Yeah.
make changes. There's an update in the Phillies Karen story. There's some company that has offered her $5,000 for the ball back to give it to
The original ball?
The original ball. You know, Phillies Karen. I'm sure you've seen this story at a baseball game a few days ago in Miami. 2 Phillies fans on the same row. Well, actually, she was a row behind. The ball was hit six or 7 seats from where the dad went over, picked it up in front of Phillies Karen. She comes, blesses him out. He takes the ball out of his 10-year-old son's glove. The boy is celebrating a birthday. Says, "Fine, you take the ball." She gives the finger to everybody filming and everything. I defended her. You know,
You went real hard at first, but then when you found out she gave the finger, you backed off.
that I did
a tiny bit.
I
Because
did. I mean,
I did hear too. There was a lot of swearing in the interaction
Yeah.
with the dad and with the dad and his family.
And the son
Yeah.
was there, so I can't really defend her. Something about her and the woman who's the star of Unknown Caller. They both,
Yeah.
something about them I like.
They reached you.
Well-
They reach you.
the unknown number mom
Yeah.
is a bully to her own kids, which is what you dream of.
Yeah.
I mean, she
Yeah.
says, horrific things to her daughter. I don't think you would ever be that dark.
Quick question for you, Biggie. Now, this is Biggie recommended. Unknown Number is the great Netflix documentary. Now we're sort of giving away something.
Yeah,
here,
but I mean, it's still even knowing.
Yeah,
well worth a watch.
This teenage girl and her boyfriend are just bullied unmercifully and
by an unknown number.
They keep getting texts and
For
they're
years.
awful. Yeah, a couple of years it goes. They're 15, 16 years old. And it's like, first it starts out with like, you're so ugly, he doesn't really want you. And then it's like, you should kill yourself. And they're sexual too. It's like, he wants to put his fingers in me.
Oh, terrible sexual stuff.
Awful. Well, it turns out it's the mom of one of the, it's the mom of the girl. So, oops, and you just can't believe when it's revealed, because she's been interviewed the whole documentary, and it's like, it's her. And you're like, what?
Yeah.
The mom? Who could do that to their child, you know?
Oh, 100%. You know, a friend of mine pointed out an even darker twist in it.
How can it be darker than this?
Why did you do that and then agree to be in the documentary? Wait, and reenact it?
Yeah, she did.
They have her reenacting, like, okay, now go stand near the window and pretend to type a horrible message to your daughter. And she's like, all right.
You think they paid her? Is that the only reason?
It could be. I don't know. But I mean, I think it just shows how unbelievably narcissistic.
I don't know the meaning of the term, but I'll agree with you. I'll pretend I know the meaning of the term. But here's the thing. Now, I want Biggie's opinion on this. The A Train, my wife, got so into it, she went on Reddit and started reading posts and stuff. There's a big theory out there that the teenage daughter started it herself, like did it to herself. That was a theory at first, was like she's sending these to herself to make
herself a martyr.
Yeah, get attention.
So, yes.
Because the texts start on a Halloween for, a couple of weeks, and then they go away for almost a year, and then they start coming back. And then people think that's when the mom started doing it. And the other theory is the daughter knew all along it was the mom, and they sort of had a thing going like, let's keep this up so we can keep attention on ourselves. I don't know.
That's pretty dark.
I have seen that theory about, because see, the mom claims, I didn't send the initial text.
Yeah.
In fact, there's some pretty funny memes out there that say, like, when you send 16,998 horrible messages to your daughter, but not two.
Yeah. The first two.
First two, yeah.
Right.
It could be.
Yeah, it could be.
I mean, it very well could be. I have seen the theory that the daughter kind of started it, which to me would be a teenage mindset to do.
Yeah.
Like, this will make him stay with me and keep us closer.
So it could be the daughter started it on herself, mom finds out, and then a year later they hatch this plan of, let me do it. I'll keep doing it, and that'll keep you two together. It'll make your bond tighter. What it did, though, was drove them apart. I mean, the two teenagers wound up breaking up because it put so much pressure on them. Plus,
which is what mom wanted all along.
Supposedly. I mean, the theory, the main theory is, well, she had the hots for this 16-year-old boy who was dating her daughter.
Yeah, very possible.
It is a crazy story for sure.
But do they give out Emmys or Oscars for documentaries like that?
Well, this one should be in line.
You smell a nomination
for
this woman? Yeah. If I'm sure there are awards for documentaries, and this one is off the charts good. The thing about Philly's Karen, the company that wants to pay her $5,000 for the ball says, we'll give you $5,000 if you'll sign the ball and write, I'm sorry. And then we'll give it back to the kid, and you get to keep $5,000.
No deal.
No.
Now, I was going to ask you, you don't think Philly's Karen won't, you don't think you should do that?
No, because, despite what the internet claims, there have been many false IDs of who this woman is.
Yeah.
She's not out there.
She's anonymous.
The real her, you see fake stuff all the time where it says, Philly's Karen releases letter of apology. Philly's Karen fired from job. None of that is true. She has somehow managed to remain anonymous still.
Hard to do.
Yeah, I mean, as long as she goes and dyes that hair job, because she had like a weird kind of black roots, gray. So the first place I would have gone the next day is to the salon. Said, do me up right.
I think it was her hairstyle that drew me to her. I think that's what made me have sympathy for her.
Yeah. Well,
it's perfect. I want to see the manager.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Yes.
I would go immediately and say, brown hair me.
Yeah.
Make it all match.
Yeah.
And, they are in Florida. And it just seems like she so far has managed to dodge any type of Because, immediately people were like, internet, do your thing. That's what everyone says now.
Of course.
Yeah.
Find her job, find this. But she's remained anonymous. And no, I wouldn't come out for $5,000.
If you want to think about this sort of in a long game way, that ball is probably worth more than $5,000 if she waits.
Now,
if she doesn't make the deal.
Yeah. Well, you're right. This is the ball that
it might become more notorious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe
a $10,000 ball.
We had a P1 have a theory. Now, my theory was that the dad was playing the long game, knowing that this would go viral, and said to Philly's Karen, okay, here's the ball, took it right out of his kid's glove, thinking, I'm going to get way more value out of this.
Here come the adulation.
And he got it. He got it. He's gotten an RV. He's got World Series.
The Marlins loaded him up. The Phillies loaded him up.
Yeah.
And he's going to the World Series with his kid.
Kid met the player, all of it.
Yeah.
I mean, he got everything. I thought, cagey, crafty.
I am coming a little bit around to your way.
Oh, Biggie, no.
Well, here's why. I've watched
You're
the video.
delirious.
I've watched the video a lot.
It's the fluid.
Could be.
You need to take your pill.
He's got fluid on the brain. Thank you, sir.
I've watched the video a lot, and I do think, maybe because what happens is the crowd starts to kind of react to the woman. So then the phones start coming out, and the booing her starts.
Yes.
And the yelling starts. And in that moment, you might think to yourself, okay, this could go bigger.
I'll trade the ball
Yeah.
on the possibility that this goes bigger.
No, it could go nowhere, and I'd just
Lose the
ruin
ball,
my
lose
son's
the ball,
memory on his
right.
birthday. But
Could be big.
because what I didn't realize, there were so many people around them that were filming and yelling.
Right, I saw that. Because she was on him for a while. I mean, she's
Oh, yeah,
pointing
she
it.
was- yeah.
So the phones come out. That's why I say he could.
I mean, that's crafty thinking on his part.
It is. It's quick thinking, but it's like he could realize that. This has happened many times where something, and then the kid gets overwhelmed by you. I'm going to meet the player. At the very least, you think I'm going to, and he did. Who hit the home run ball? You know what I did yesterday? It's baseball related, Biggie. You weren't here, didn't hear it. Our own hometown team, the Hoppers, the Grasshoppers, were in the playoffs last night. So over and over again, I announced we had $5 tickets to Hopper games. Hopper game last night. Game one of the playoffs. They lost, unfortunately, to Brooklyn. What's the Brooklyn what?
The Cyclones.
The Brooklyn Cyclones. So over and over again, 5 or 6 times I said, Hoppers at home tonight for the playoffs, $5 tickets. Brooklyn Cyclones are in town.
Bad news with the Cyclones.
Over and over and over again. So Chris Tibb tells me this morning, well, the Hoppers dropped game one. They're off to New York to play tonight. I said, what do you mean New York? He goes, well, they're playing the Brooklyn Cyclones. And I assumed that was like Brooklyn, Georgia. I had no idea.
Oh, wait, it really is Brooklyn, New York?
It's the Brooklyn.
I said, what? I said, huh? What?
Oh, I'd have Chris Kelly that
I
one.
struck out. I was like,
no offense to minor league teams, but they're never in places
Exactly.
like Brooklyn.
I thought it was Brooklyn, South Carolina.
The Cyclone is the roller coaster at Coney Island.
Oh, yeah.
That's why they're the Cyclones.
I didn't have a clue.
No.
I didn't have one. I'm glad. You and I are, with fluid on your brain, you and I are.
Is that contagious? We're
I'll tell you, when they were called the Cyclones, I figured they were kind of from the Midwest because they get so many tornadoes.
Yeah.
From Iowa?
So seriously, I thought it was like Brooklyn, Iowa.
Brooklyn, Arkansas.
Yeah.
Completely agree. And they're actually, it's Brooklyn.
It's the Brooklyn.
So our team gets to go up to New York.
Man, they must have left right after the game last night.
Dang.
Trip.
I was like, what? What's going on here? So the other baseball note, and I owe an apology to this audience. I didn't realize this until I heard it later. You probably don't either. Speaking of the Dodge of Brooklyn, Sandy Koufax, this is a great factoid, 60 years ago yesterday, pitched a perfect game. In fact, we have the Vin Scully call of the end of it. This is Vin Scully. This is September 9th, 1965.
2-2 to Harvey Keene. 1 strike away. Sandy into his windup. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. A perfect game. On the scoreboard in right field, it is 9:46 p.m. in the city of the Angels, Los Angeles, California. And a crowd of 29,139 just sitting in to see the only pitcher in baseball history to hurl 4 no-hit, no-run games. He has done it 4 straight years, and now he capped it on his 4th no-hitter. He made it a perfect game.
How about that? Legendary call from, I didn't know, from Scully. This is 60 years ago yesterday. Now, here's the really interesting part. They beat the Cubs 1-0. Okay. The pitcher for the Cubs was Bob Hindley. He threw a complete game one-hitter. So it is the game that had the fewest hits ever in baseball. One.
So it had to be a home run.
I guess.
Unless it's a walk and a double or stolen base.
He could have walked somebody. It might have been like, it could have been a triple and a sac fly or a double and then I don't know what it was, but it was one hit given up. Now, he probably walked some batters too, but he pitched a complete game, one hitter.
And lost.
And Sandy Koufax pitched a perfect game, and it's the only game in baseball history with only one hit. Still, to this day, 60 years ago. And so yesterday, I missed that.
Yeah.
I did not.
That would have been great
yesterday.
Boy,
BB Shea would have appreciated that, too.
Yeah.
You know, he would have. He was filling in for Biggie. Biggie and I have fluid on the brain. What are you going to do? You know, what are you going to do? This is what
like a racehorse, I guess.
A Russian racehorse. Okay, can you give me some of those Lasix on the side?
No, I don't think I can.
I'm feeling a little bloated.
I'm feeling a little something.
I know that's what people, believe me, I've had people ask.
Give me some
People
Lasix.
want them.
Give me some Lasix.